I'm John.
And I'm Nikki Decker. We are Kyden's parents.
Our story started actually in 2019 when he was diagnosed with neutropenia. We got involved with Children's Hospital for outpatient care. With neutropenia, he basically wasn't able to fight any infections. And so we thought that was going to be it, that was going to be taken care of. And so fast forward to January of 2020, we took him back in for what we thought was going to be his last outpatient appointment and found out that his neutropenia was back. And so COVID was starting to become a thing. And at that point, the doctors told us, we want to start these GCSF shots, basically shots to stimulate his neutrophil growth so he could fight off infections. At the end of March, we had his last blood draw. Everything looked like it was going to be okay. And so then we stopped his shots and we started noticing some few things. He was falling a little bit more. He had random nosebleeds, a little bit of bruising, but you never know with a soon to be 17-month-old of what's normal and what's not.
Things had just started opening up after COVID, and we were spending some time with family members, and my phone rang, and it was from an unknown number, and I just kind of let it go, didn't really worry about it. And then they called back again, and I thought, this is odd. And I answered it, and it ended up being our pediatrician calling from his personal cell phone. He said that they had gotten the lab work back, and it had actually been his brother who was on call. And he said, you need to call this family immediately. There are some red flags on the blood work, and they need to get to Iowa City.
So we didn't really know what to expect. We only had a bag for really a couple days. Kyden's the youngest of our 5 kids, so part of our mind is back home with our kids and COVID. And then we get the news that night, but confirmed the next day that he had acute myeloid leukemia. Super intense chemotherapy for 10 days. We were inpatient the whole entire time on level 11, so all of a sudden it went from hematology to oncology. That first basically month, we were struggling to just get his fevers down. He was well over 102, up to 104. He stopped walking at one point, and thankfully he was able to get into remission after that first round. 10-day home stay, and then 5 more rounds of chemotherapy. So we were basically in all the way up until the end of November of 2020. Before he came in for his last round, my wife and our youngest daughter got diagnosed with COVID. So within COVID, we were already quarantined within the hospital. But then we had a quarantine within a quarantine. And then thankfully, like I said, actually November 27th of 2020, he was discharged in remission. He continues to be in remission. So we follow up at least annually. And so far, thankfully, we're able to say he's still in remission, but we know that we're not the majority of people. There's a lot of people that can't say that.
It's hard because you think, what did I do? As a mom, what did I do? My baby is only 17 months old. Bottom line is you just don't know. And so one thing that we learned from this is that you don't have to do it alone. The nurses, and especially Child Life, was just absolutely amazing. And Child Life is primarily funded by Dance Marathon. And Kyden's highlights literally were just walking down the hallway to the family lounge and getting fruit snacks, which were put in there by Dance Marathon students. And you wouldn't think that that would be such a big thing, but really and truly it made all the difference in our days. And so for that, we are forever grateful to Dance Marathon. And since we have gotten past COVID, we've been able to participate in Dance Marathon's big event and lots of other Dance Marathon events. Our kids absolutely look forward to them because the biggest thing is that it's not just about Kyden, it's about all of our kids. This makes a huge difference. So when they go to Dance Marathon events, those are their people. They are so excited to be able to hang out with those college kids, and we are so, so grateful that there are so many college kids willing to give up their time and their talents to spend time and make a difference for these kids.
When everything started with Zach, it was very unexpected. And when we came in, the funniest thing was Kyden pointed out, hey, that guy has the same shoes as I do. And then it just escalated from there, and then we showed up to the big event.
Kyden was so excited to see Zach standing in the back of the room, and he was like, oh, Mom, that's Zach. And he's like, he's my buddy from the other photo shoot, and he was so excited about that. Zach went out of his way to talk to Kyden, and they are signing each other's autographs. And I think Zach got Kyden's autograph on his arm, and then the whole rest of the football team and all the other athletes ended up doing the same.
And I think for Kyden, he's more than a diagnosis, he's more than a survivor. Making a kid feel so important just as a human is, like Nikki said, we don't have words, and it's just such a blessing to have.
We definitely learned that you can't control the situations that you are faced with. You can only control the way that you respond to them. We are able to look back and say, gosh, we were so blessed to meet so many people that we never ever would have come into contact with had our son not been diagnosed with this horrendous disease. Our eyes were open to a whole nother world that we didn't even realize existed, to be honest. And now we have this whole network of other families who have lived similar experiences to what we have. And it's just something that I didn't expect, but I so very much appreciate.
If I could describe Dance Marathon in one word, it would be joy. It literally brings joy to Kyden's heart, but also, especially our girls, the inclusion and joy that they feel like they matter. They're not invisible. It's not, oh, they're Kyden, they're the cancer kids' siblings. They actually matter and they're real people.
Dance Marathon to me means hope. It gives us encouragement that there are people working and fighting for a better tomorrow for these kids who are watching football games from behind the glass. The kids who are walking the halls of a hospital, and it gives us hope that there is something better coming in the future, that maybe someday no parent will have to hear the words, your child has cancer.